without endorsing this entirely, an interesting, one of the questions, what's the difference between a cult and a religion?
Mm-hmm.
And it has been said that in the case of a cult, there's always someone at the top who knows what's going on. Generally, who knows it's a scam. In a religion, that person is dead. So, see, I've just managed to insult every single religion. But that's it. It's an interesting way of thinking about it, because I think there is some degree of accuracy in that statement.
Do you think, actually, the interesting psychological question is, in cults, do you think the person at the top always knows that it's a scam? Do you think there's something about the human mind where you gradually begin to
believe your own bullshit?
Yeah.
Yes, that's
that seems
again,
to be
that again is part of magic, I think, is believing your own bullshit. It doesn't necessarily mean that the head of the cult realized, but there's someone, maybe the second, I always sort of look in the lieutenant, someone probably has an idea about what's going on. The other thing that seems to be a kind of dead giveaway for what we would call a cult is what's called excessive reverence for the leader. People just believe everything these people say. I give you an example of the first time I ever encountered anything like that was in Santa Barbara, California in the 1970s. I was going to grad school, and there was a particular cult locally, which I think was Brotherhood of the Sun. And it was the same. So there was some guy who was, among the other things, followers were convinced to hand over all their money and personal belongings to him. I believe he used part of that money to buy a yacht with. Anyway, a lot of it went to him. And then, of course, working for free upon different cult-owned business enterprises, of which there were several. And there was a person I knew who became a devoted follower of this, and it was all I could think of at one point was ask them, what the hell is the matter with you? I mean, have you lost your mind? Why would you? What is it that this person can possibly be providing that you essentially are going to become a slave to them, which is what they were doing? And I actually give that credit in a way of sort of sparking my whole interest in things like secret societies. And here again, as a disclaimer, I am not now, nor have I ever been, the member of any fraternal organization, secret society, or cult that I know of. And that's what interests me about them. Because I'm just always trying to figure out why people do these things. Either, like I said, why the robes and the owl? Why?
Yeah.
Why do you do that? And it's trying to figure it out. I mean, I couldn't even hack the Boy Scouts. Okay, that was too much of it. Because to me, you join an organization, and the first thing that comes along is there are rules, and someone is telling you what to do. Okay, I don't like people telling me what to do. Spent much of my life trying to avoid that as much as possible. And join a cult, there's going to be someone telling you what to do. Join the Bohemian Club, and there's going to be someone telling you what to do. And obviously, a lot of people really get something out of that. It becomes, in some ways, it's sort of necessary for them to function. But I do not understand it, and my study of it is a personal error to try to understand why people do that.
And there's so many reasons. Primary of which I would say is the desire in the human heart to belong.
Yes.
Right?